Hello folks, today we're going to be doing a whole fried chicken in a pan, but this time we're going to be frying it whole. We'll be doing it inside a pan and we're going to be doing it on a stove top and with minimal ingredients as usual. So let's go ahead and see what we have in this chicken. So of course for our whole fried chicken in a pan, we have our star of the show, which is the chicken. We're going to be using red peppers, crushed red peppers, and here we are using a smoked paprika, salt and pepper, oil, and we're using some ghee as well. I will put a link for this thing down there. You can closely relate it to this thing too as clarified butter, but this is called ghee, and if you can't find ghee, you can use clarified butter. And for our vegetables or whatever you want to call them, we have our ginger, garlic, our shallots, green hot peppers, and a few tomatoes. So let's go ahead and start with the prep. So we're going to start off with our rub, the one that's going to go on the chicken. So I'm going to roughly cut my peppers, and I forgot to mention we're going to be using juice of 1 lime as well. So we're going to cut a nice piece of ginger. So now we're going to go ahead and give this a good mix. Alright, so as we are crushing our ginger and garlic, we're going to start adding a little lime to this, and we're going to add more as we go. Alright, so once you have your ginger and your pepper paste to where you want it, we're going to add our spices. So to our paste of ginger and peppers, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of chili powder, 1 teaspoon of crushed red pepper, salt and pepper as per your taste, 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika, 1 tablespoon of coriander powder, and half a tablespoon of cumin powder. Now as you can see that the consistency is dried up, you're going to add more lime to this. So now at this point we have about 1 whole lime juice in there, and we're also going to add a little bit of oil. This is going to help with sticking up the rub onto the chicken. Now we're going to mix this up, and all we have to do after this is put this on our chicken. So I'm going to add a little bit more chili powder. You can add as little or as much as you like. I like mine to be on the spicy side. And plus this is going to go on 1 whole chicken, so keep that in mind. That's the chicken that I have is about 3.5 pound chicken. So this is going to get on, and then a lot of it is going to get shedded off while it's frying. So we have to factor all those things in. And as you can notice that I have my chicken skin on. So the preparation of the chicken is really simple. We're going to start from the tail side and make a nice cut all the way down, and we're going to do it on both sides. And we're just going to go through till we kind of like come. So this is the part that we want to remove, the backbone. And chicken bones are really easy to go through, so you can just cut through it and take this thing off. And this is it. Now we're gonna cut it all the way down up here, open it up, and this is how our chicken is gonna go. So now as you can notice, our chicken is pretty flat. The goal is to have all even thickness all around. So we're gonna remove the undesired parts or the fat that you may or may not have on your chicken. I have some up here that I would like taken off. I definitely want to leave the skin on because that's we're gonna create a crispy goodness at the tail end. So our chicken is ready. We're gonna put this in the pan, and let's go ahead and get started. So now all that remains is for us to add our rub to the chicken. I'm going to add a little bit more oil so it can get a little runny. It helps you in spreading it over the chicken. So you mix it up. I'm going to use my hands to put the rub on because that's the best way we can do it. So now this is the consistency that I want. I'm going to take it and just apply it liberally over the chicken. So don't be shy. Get to know your chicken well, and apply it back and forth, all the nooks and crannies. Give it a good rub all throughout, and of course we're going to be doing the other side as well. So take any exposed parts. This rub is only going on top of the skin, so it's not going to go very deep, so don't be shy in putting this rub on liberally. Make sure you cover all the different parts of the chicken. We're going to flip our chicken now. Take whatever's falling down, apply it liberally on all sides. So this is just about enough. So the beauty of this thing is that you don't have to put this in the refrigerator for marination. It's going to go in our pan right away, so basically there's no waiting for the tasty goodness that's going to come out at the tail end from our pan. Alright, so now our chicken is ready to go into the pan, so let's go ahead and put this thing into the oil. Alright, so now that our pan is on the fire, we're going to add some oil to this. So I want to probably have about between 1/4 to 1/2 inch oil in the pan. We don't want too much. Alright, at this point I'm going to add a little bit of ghee in there, and this thing is going to add a really nice flavor to our mix. So I'm adding about 2 teaspoons of ghee in there along with our oil. Our oil is hot enough, so we're going to add our garlic. So we're not going to peel them, as you notice, so it's going to serve several purposes. Same thing with our garlic, our shallots. Number one, it's going to save us time because we're lazy, and number two, they're not going to be in the end dish, so they will just impart flavor to the oil, and that's what the purpose is. So if you want, you can cut the shallots in half, just so that they're not sticking too far above. I'm going to cut this one in half as well. Same thing for this one. Now that we have our garlic, our shallots, I'm going to add a few more pieces of green pepper, because this is going to impart flavor to our oil. Alright, so our chicken is going to join the party now, and we're going to put it non-skin size down first, and as you can see, it fits perfectly over pan. This is a 12-inch cast iron pan, very easy to find, and the trick is I'm going to weigh the chicken down with a stone that I've already washed before. The purpose is to make sure that there's even thickness of the chicken hitting the oil, and I'm probably going to find something to put on top of this, as I need more weight on top. I'm going to weigh this down with another paver that I found. It's probably too much weight, so come back and check this in 5 minutes, see how this is looking, and if it's looking good, we're going to go ahead and flip it. Alright, now that we are about 3-4 minutes down, I'm going to add my tomatoes in here as well, so we can just cut them into half. I'll probably use 2 in here, so these tomatoes can join the party. Alright, so our chicken has been going on in there probably about 8 to 10 minutes, somewhere in between. We're going to take a look to see if it's ready to be flipped over. Take a rock off, and we'll see if we can flip this in one piece. So we're going to flip the whole thing over. Hopefully we can do that in one shot. There we go. And that's the kind of color you're looking for. Look at that crispy goodness. At this point, I'm going to take some ghee and oil that we have, pour it on top so it stays nice and moist. And I'm going to put the rock back on top. This is quite heavy. It's going to weigh the whole thing down. So what this does is it presses the chicken down against the pan and the oil. It keeps an even thickness of the chicken in contact with oil at all times. So we're going to let this sit for another about maybe 5 to 6 minutes, and then we'll flip around. Alright, so it's been another maybe 7-8 minutes. We're going to check the other side of the chicken, see how that's going. So with this, you have to be patient. Chicken takes a very long time to get done. Eventually, we're going to check the temperature of the chicken to see where we're at. So at this time, you have to be gentle because it's getting quite tender from inside. And let's try to do this in one shot. So now we're going to repeat the same drill. We'll take some oil and drizzle it on top. So we want the flavors to be infused into our chicken. So basically, about 8 to 10 minutes on each side. Right now we're at our third flip, and in a little bit we're going to come back and flip it one more time. So the rod goes back on. As you can see, it weighs it down pretty nicely, and that's what gets this chicken done all the way inside. So in the next time around, we're going to check the temperature to see where we're at. We're going to take a quick temperature, see where we're at. 165, 169, 70. So it's going to have different doneness in different parts, but this one we can pretty much tell that it's ready to go. So we're going to flip it one final time so we can get some good crispiness. Going to get a nice flip. So the final thing that we're doing is we're bringing the skin side down because we want the skin to get really nice and crispy. So we'll probably go through a couple of minutes. I'll increase the heat on this. You're going to get a good charring on the skin on the other side, and then we're going to take this thing out. So at this point, we don't really need to put anything on top because we're pretty much done. Alright, so we're going to take our chicken off the pan. It's sizzling nicely. We'll try to flip it over. Look at that. That's the kind of crispiness and the color that you're looking for. This thing is already tasting, smelling so good. I can't wait to dig into it. So now let's go ahead and start with our plating. So here we are, folks. Our whole chicken in a pan, nicely fried and ready for presentation. I mean, look at this beauty. Who wouldn't want to dig into it and forget about how it tastes? But just look at the way that it looks. The nice crispy skin. Hopefully I can show you what's the crispiness on this. So if you can come close. So if you can hear that, that's the level of crispiness that we have on this chicken. Let's go for a taste test. Let me wipe off some sweat because it's sweltering hot out here. Folks, this is what we have to do to bring these videos to you. So definitely if you like them and you want us to make more of these, definitely go ahead and subscribe and share it with your friends and family. We definitely need your support to be able to make these videos for you. So let's go ahead and give this thing a shot. I'm gonna break off the best piece that I like, which is the wing, and it's just falling off the bone. Too hot right now. Okay, so I'm gonna give it a shot. All right, so the taste in this thing is amazing. I kid you not. It's not overpowering at all. The predominant taste that comes through is from the butter or the ghee that we used, the spices that we used, but it's not overpowering at all. The blends are just right. If you want, you can have it more spicy. If you want, you can have it less spicy. But for me, this works just perfect. The chicken is moist and tender. It's done all the way through. There's no parts remaining that are not done or cooked inside. Go ahead and give this thing a shot. It's very, very simple. Does not get any simple than that. We probably used only 5 or 6 spices. You don't even have to use too many utensils. One pan does it all. So go ahead and give this thing a shot. And again, if you like this video, please go ahead and subscribe it and share it with your friends and family. And we'll be bringing you more videos like this. So go ahead and enjoy this whole chicken in a pan. Till next time, this is Mo Eats.